Hello and welcome back for more Run and Bun. Today, the goal is to beat Roxanne. But I will be honest, my odds are not looking good. But I've looked at my options for a while. I've looked at what other people have done for this fight, and I just don't think that my box has a better solution to this. But welcome Raymond, welcome Ciderman, and get some sleep if you haven't slept at all. And welcome Bulletproof Forest. Anyway, I do have cut, which means I can go back and get some items before starting, which will be helpful, I believe. Nugget, not super important. But there is a forest back here. You choose to say R&B, you choose to say Run and Bun. And it's a good name. It really looks like there's a hidden item here, and I guess I was right to assess that and make that assessment. Get the miracle seed from her, which is good. I don't think this TM is going to be useful anytime soon. Also, I should not have my repellent off. Hang on. Guess I forgot to turn it back on at the end of last stream. Yeah, Run and Bun is just a good name. It might be hidden items I'm missing, but that's something I can argue about later, I think. I guess I can do one last check of the item document before I start Roxanne, just to see whether there's anything useful I missed, but I don't think there is. Alright. First, I guess I need to deal with the gym trainers before dealing with Roxanne herself. But yeah, do I have held items on my Pokemon right now? I do, hang on. Yes, that's something else I forgot to do at the end of last stream. Anytime I play something when the music gets stuck in your head, that is perfectly understandable. Alright, did OBS crashing break this? No, it did not. Hopefully it didn't mess up my audio as well. Okay, I need Diggersby, Donphan, Palpitoad. I haven't even reviewed these gym trainer fights. I should probably do that. And Grottle, Tortuga, Celio. Okay, and then held items. Iron Berries on everyone except Don Finn. Two, three, four, and 5. Now let me go over this way with in the calculator. Okay, first of all, Tyrant. Sturdy, so it can not be taken out in a single hit. Lumberry, so it cannot be statused. At least until that's gone. I outspeed and 2-shot with Dig. And I don't believe I need to worry about these moves. First I can take is a boosted crit Stomping Tantrum. Dunfin has such a memorable design. It is an interesting design. It's an elephant that's also a tire. I also think that one scene from, I think it was one of the movies, that makes it more noteworthy, I think. Okay, so that should bring in Arkin next, which always uses Rock Slide because that's its only move. It has Choice Scarf, so it's super fast. But I can just switch to Dawn Fan on our resisted Rock Slide. Ice Shard is a priority move and is a guarantee to a KO. And the first hit will put it in defeatist range, so I end up taking even less damage from this thing. It's my favorite fossil Pokemon. Probably Aerodactyl, honestly. It's my favorite rock type in general. And of course, until Gen they all fossil Pokemon were rock types. Then there is Cranidos with Ace Fang. Okay, what was my plan for this thing? I think this was the actual threat of this fight. I do threaten an Oko with Bulldoze, but the problem is I get outsped, and Ice Fang, of course, has a chance to both flinch and freeze. I have Palpatone. I don't get frozen. I can just hit it. I think my plan was to just pivot. That beats on Headbutt. Do we have anything? The only thing I have that really outspeeds this is Palpatone. I think I don't want Oranberry and Palpita. Maybe Wide Lens is better here. First movie. Is that the one with that scene? It's been so long since I've watched any of the movies or the show. Give the Wide Lens to Fring. You know what? Let's give an orange berry to Feed not. Just in case I get the chance to stay in. I can't pre-status or pre-damage since it's a gym. Since it's a gym fight. But it's not like I can guarantee I don't get frozen. So, let's jump into this, I guess. Thanks to Josh sends out Tyron. Could be an easy 2k with Dang. I feel like Aurora's, it has such an elegant look. The Gen 3 has your hearts while your all-time favorite is Cradily. Your favorite fossil Pokemon? Cradily definitely has a distinct design. It's interesting. Alright. And we dig again. If I lose, you will not have a quesadilla. Lose to youngster Josh or lose to Roxanne? Because I hate to break it to you, but my odds against Roxanne are not great. Alright, here's Arcan. Which has Choice Scarf Frog Slide. No need to worry about missing something about the AI here. A short is priority. Knock it down into the fewest range. You believe in me, thank you. I do think I probably came up with the best line for this box. It's possible that I missed something, but I just don't have a lot of the rules like intimidate or fake out. But I think I need. Okay, here's Cranidos. I am at 68 HP. Ice Fang crit is 44 at most. And that's not enough to beat any other move afterward. So I will go ahead and go for the KO with Bulldoze. Welcome Real, thank you for the health check. Health has been checked. First trainer is down. Let's immediately take my items back. Hope I'm doing well and staying warm. I think I'm doing well, although I've had some frustrations I'm dealing with lately, but I think they're getting resolved. I'm staying adequately warm, I think. It's not super cold anymore. Okay. Next fight. Until Girder Palpitoon. Fisto. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that I kind of need Huntail for this gym fight. Welcome, Kitty. How are you doing? Roto Brasilia Fluffy. Enter items. Roxanne, Palpitoon, Miracle Seed, Ready. Here's Miracle Seed. And here is Soft Sand. And then I need orange berries, I think. Yeah. Ideally, I would be using my Moonstone on Nidoqueen rather than Huntail. But I kind of need Huntail for this. Okay. For the Sudowoodo, I can 2-hit with Razor Shell. I outspeed, so I don't need to worry about Rock Slide flinches. The worst I can do is 42 damage. And that should be... probably Lilip. I don't think that puts me low enough to bait Carcoal instead. Okay, it's Giga Drain from Lilip. I guess I switch into Dode. I do risk crits with this line, which I'm not a fan of. But I should always 2-hit KO this with Wake Up Slap. And then Carcoal should come in. Switch into Palpitoon. With Soft Sand, it's a guaranteed 1-hit KO with Mud Shot. I forget what Scorching Sands does. Pokemon Scorching Sands. That has a burn chance. I don't think that matters here. I like that citrus sprays look like plump and juicy pears. I haven't... Wait, have I noticed that? I think I might have. I'm not remembering what they look like, to be honest. Down there is Chrysalia. Who does have Calm Mind, which is not good. And this is also kind of not great. We can get boosts from Ancient Power. And also has a chance of just using Calm Mind, and I can't pre-damage because it's a gym. But Miracle Seed Razor Leaf is a 2-hit. It has Rindo Berry, so even with slow rolls, Mega Drain should be a 2-hit KO. But that's excluding boosts. It's probably better to just Razor Leaf twice. Especially since Calm Mind can only ever boost special defense, it doesn't boost defense. I guess the question is what happens if Girder gets crit? And I can switch to Roselia. I don't think I really have any other decent options. I think Fluffy is just here as backup for Corsola in case Rattle gets too low. If that makes sense. Alright, so I do need to actually evolve my Lampearl. That was not what I meant to do. There yeah. And I have no reason not to immediately evolve it. I just need to make sure it evolves in time for Bite. Which... Okay, here's Moonstone. Couldn't use it on Mephisto. Don't really have any other option. Mephisto evolved into Huntail. Alright, and now I need Endless Candy. fist to learn to fight. This thing will be good just for coverage. Get rid of Whirlpool, I guess. Then I need Razor Shell. And I could get rid of Lamb. Or I can get rid of Brian. I think I'd probably just get rid of Brian. And do I take Brian for the special coverage, or do I take Clamp for the trapping effect? I don't think the trapping effect actually does much. I get rid of Clamp when am I gonna want to stay in on Huntail? Hey, one thing to consider is the AI just doesn't switch much. So when is Clamp gonna be useful? Now let's get rid of Clamp. If to stay entry Clamp to Clamp, that's also true. If I'm staying in, then I probably just want to use a different move anyway. Alright. I believe I'm ready for this one. Youngster Tommy would like to battle with Tsurura. I just make Kia with Razor Shell. I don't think Brian even is good against us, despite it being a... I guess Brian does slightly more, doesn't it? I guess I 2k with Brian. Next side is fine. And that should bait Lily Ben. I guess there's a chance for Critical, but yeah, it's just the leap. And again, the leap is just going to Giga Drain. I switch to Girder. I don't think it's worth the pivot and risking an on-night boost here. A crit is definitely dangerous. I did not get crit, okay. So now I 2-hit Q with Wake Up Slap. Am I in crit range right now? I am actually. I just need to hope I don't get high roll crit here. If she knew more about Run and Bun. It's so complicated. Yeah, it's not easy. I just finished off with another wake-up slap. Even after recovery, this will do enough. I'm not looking forward to Roxanne. Escarpe. It'd be fine to switch straight into Frag. There's probably Incinerate. Not even holding a berry, so I don't have to worry about it burning up. Welcome motion. And with a soft sand mud shot should be a guaranteed one-hit KO. I think I won the speed tie there. Never mind, we weren't speed tied. What was I thinking? I think there was another speed tie at some point. Right, it was Huntail that speed tied with Perkle. But anyway, here's Corsola. So... well, either Scald or Calm Mind. Ideally, it just Scalds. Things could get potentially dangerous if it goes for Calm Mind. Okay, just Scald. Do not get burned. Take a 4 Razor Leaf. Okay, now it's going to Calm Mind. Activated Surrender Berry. And we Razor Leaf again. We get an Omni Boost here, that's... where's the Omni Boost? And I think I still knock it out anyway. Yeah, I do. We're fine. We are fine. So it's Roxanne that we're not fine, but... okay. Time to get ready for the hiker. Take my items back. And the team I need for this is Tortuga, Donphan, Flassy. My plan is overshot there, but that's fine. Groudle, Palpitoad, Grider. Okay. And for items... Iron berries across the board. Is the calculator really down for run and bun? The one I'm using is up. Go ahead and send that. I think the one that was being used before is down. And her team is pretty nasty. Old link redirected to Amazon or something. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. My plans for this trainer. Yuka, Donphan, Fluffy, Throttle Palpitude, Bitter. So, first Gravelly. I believe because it has sturdy weakness policy, my plan was to get outsped, hit with Brine, activate sturdy, then use priority Aqua Jet to knock it out. And that should always bait in a lowland Graveler. They switched Donphan on the Wild Charge. Ultos is a guaranteed 2-hit KO. It will either go for takedown or submission. Next should be Boldor. Which you go for a Stomping Tantrum. What's my plan for this thing? I think the Laron was the problem with this fight. Because with Laron, I can Okra with Palpitoad. But it has sturdy Custap Berry. Critter will also Okra this. Better so is Laron. The problem is the Laron just does a lot of damage. I need to chip it before I actually take it out. But if I can beat the right moves, she always leads the Demon. Not sure what you mean. She always leads with. Oh, are you talking about Roxanne? She always leads with her Or Bisharp. This trainer I'm looking at right now is the trainer before Roxanne. Why does Roxanne have Bisharp in this game? Because it's meant to be as brutally difficult as possible. The real menaces on her team, though, are the Lunatone and the Solrock. So the question is, what do I use for Bulwer that will put me in the best position possible for the Lairon? You make a Lunatone and a Solrock menacing? Well, the Lunatone has weakness policy stored power and a plus speed nature, which is disgusting. And the Solrock is also plus speed and has a Lumberry to avoid status, and its dual stab just does a ton of damage. The Donphan obviously baits Stomping Tantrum from Boldore. I had Flaffy next in line. Flaffy is obviously not going to be taking a Stomping Tantrum. I think Flaffy was here as a pivot for Lairon. Oh, I see. I see. But for Lairon, I want to be baiting Irontail to switch into Flaffy, bait Stomping Tantrum, switch into Grottle, chip it with Bite or something, which once again baits Irontail, switch into Palpitoad, and finish it with Mudshot. If you're Boldore, they switch to Greer on a Stomping Tantrum. And then I just two-shot it with Low Kick, I guess. Okay. Seems straightforward enough. Let's just make sure my party's in the right order. Should all have orange berries. Okay. Let's not autopilot in completely the wrong direction. I believe this fight is actually riskless here. Let's start with Brian. It outspeeds me. I don't have to worry about weakness policy. I don't have to worry about the speed drop. Weakness policy aggravates. Take it out with priority Aqua Jet. There should be a Alolan Graveler next. Switch to Raidanaut on Wild Charge. And then I believe we just 2-K with Bulldoze. Don't have to worry about anything else. Jukeberry is fine. Do they run Ame Boost too? The Lunatone does have the ancient power. I believe her... not Aurora's. Puricosta does as well. Are we just Bulldoze? That should be Bulldozer. No, Slayer on next. Who does Sturdy? Okay, I guess there was a reason I had things in the order they were in before. I guess I just switched to Insane on Iron Tail? Yeah, it should be guaranteed Iron Tail. It missed, makes things simple. I don't think that actually mattered, but whatever. There's the Kafra. Jumping Tantrum. Now I just need to chip this. I don't need to deal much damage here. The important thing is that I don't trigger Custap Berry. I think... yeah, even a crit Razor Leaf doesn't put it into Custap range. I missed again. Okay, then just switch to Frigg. It keeps missing. And I just Mudshot, right? Yeah. Flareon didn't land a single hit. That's kind of sad. And there's Bulldor. Which... I... don't really have... a need to switch out on right now. I can just Double Beam. It has leftovers, but... I just finish it off with another Bubble Beam. Never mind. Is it got the special defense boost from Sandstorm? I'm trapped in now, but now I can finish it off with Bubble Beam. After leftovers recovery. Well, that was not what I was expecting, but worked out, I guess. And now for the really scary part, which is probably going to go poorly. I basically have this plan memorized because I've stared at this fight for so long. Might be wondering why I'm bringing VGen to a rock-type gym. It's because I don't really have any other choice. Okay. Chestoberry. Here. Berry here. Let's see, poison. No, I don't need poison barb. I don't think. Normal place. Here. Oops. Looks like ads are starting in a couple minutes. Welcome, butterflies. Miracle seed here. Looks like gonna give to Mephisto here, Oranberry. And no item on Zoilus because of knockoffs. I think I might want to just take my outbreak here before I start the fight with Roxanne so it doesn't get interrupted. So I guess I'll take my break here and be back in just a few minutes. Alright, I am back. I have a plan for Roxanne. I don't like my plan for Roxanne. I've looked at what other people have done for Roxanne, and they all use things like Intimidate or Fake Out, but gets value out of pivoting without actually needing to spend a turn taking damage to utilize, which I have none of with my box. So I think I'm just going to have to send it. This is the first battle in which I need to make a deliberate sacrifice. He starts with Bisharp. It is guaranteed to use knockoff. Zerlis is not holding a held item because of it. Thank you for subscribing for 2 months, Neon. I start here with Flame Wheel. This does have Focus Sash, so I can't just knock it off with Flame Burst, or when I KO it with Flame Burst. I do not get a burn. I can just finish it off with another Flame Wheel. Up next is Zygarde. This thing outspeeds my entire box and deals absurd amounts of damage. I switch into Freedonaut, who can tank a single hit. And with Never Multi-Ace, a priority Ice Shard will get a one-hit KO. That should beat Aurorus, which has Refrigerate, Body Slam. I can switch into Solimo, who's holding a Cherry Berry to prevent paralysis. A crit here is very bad news. Okay, that's why I had Cherry Berry. And then I believe I can one-hit KO this with either Wake Up Slap or Low Kick. I'll just go ahead and Low Kick. Please don't crit. Okay. And Solimo is always going to be low enough to beat Aqua Jet from Caracosta. Or not. Apparently the AI doesn't see priority. That's not good. I didn't realize the AI didn't see priority moves as that speeding. So this is going to just be a random damaging move. Which is not good. I believe that means I am forced to make a second sacrifice. Because originally I was going to hope that it uses Hypnosis on the Switch and make a sacrifice if it doesn't. But that is not something I have the option of doing now. Okay, why do I have my old team in the calculator still? There we are. Unfortunately, I think I need to sacrifice Frida not here. It's either that or sacrifice Solomon. I was going to sacrifice Zoilus on the Soul Rock anyway. Worst case scenario, it gets an agent power boost here. Okay, gets restored power. Wait, so now what? I'm high enough HP where it's not guaranteed to Icy Wind. I think that's good. Udinot has a chance to live here. If and only if it goes for Hypnosis this turn. Which I believe is a 40% chance. If it goes for Icy Wind, then Udinot dies anyway. Hypnosis, that's good. Okay. Compound Ice Sleep Powder. I do outspeed. Unfortunately, I need to gamble on sleep turns here. If Lunatown wakes up this turn, I lose the fight. This activates weakness policy. And it woke up. Okay. That's the run. This thing just outspeeds and one-shots everything with sword power now. I'm lucky, I guess. There was a 1 in 3 chance there. So I guess I play it out and start a new run. That's just set to watch. It happens. I think many people have wiped to this Lunatown. Not even a max roll crit ice shard would have saved me there. Oh, Afra and everyone else. Thanks for the run. Now... is this high? Open your save. Welcome all here. Yes, missed me wiping Roxanne. On to attempt number 2. The question is, do I want to... Am I picking Church Flag again, or do I want to rotate starters? Thank you for the health check. Health has been checked. And welcome, Dirge. Sorry you joined in the middle of that. Fire tape next. Gym chart would be next if I just rotate. I take Church Twig. It was what I felt was the best choice. I believe Church Twig is the most consistent choice due to its shell armor ability and early game power. Chimchar is probably the weakest in the early game, but the strongest in the late game. Whereas Piplup, I think, is probably the most underwhelming of the three. It's the most well-rounded, has really good typing, and is solid throughout the entire game. But I think its hidden ability is pretty underwhelming. What time is it? 8:48. I really need to set this. Does it actually affect anything? You love your penguin boy? You really like Pip-Up. I think in terms of design, it's my favorite of the three. Welcome, Pi. Gosh, that Minotaur waking up was not good. Welcome to your favorite figured YouTuber's dream. Are my ears really that big? My ears are so freaking huge. Bing. Alright. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and rotate starters. I guess this is gonna be a monkey run. Every stream I should make them slightly larger. I'm not sure how to do that, and I'm pretty sure if I did, it would potentially break something. Are you going to suggest something? Like that I spin a wheel? I was doing random starters for each region in PokeMMO, but I'd rather not do random starters for this one. Am I saving at that point? Like making a save state? Alright, what am I doing? Yeah, first of all, I guess I just wipe this from the box. Let's go ahead and bring up my name generator. This Chimchar's male, right? Yeah. Archimedes the Chimchar. That fit? I think it does. Just barely. Welcome, Neon, on the YouTube side. I have human ears beneath my hair? Why would I have 4 ears? To hear better? Not sure how practical that would be. I'm pretty sure that would only actually be effective if all 4 ears were not on the same 2D plane, and that would just look weird. I should probably look at this chimchar I just got, shouldn't I? They like juniper berries? I don't think I've had one actually. Don't listen to him, you just learn what those are. All their berries. And I think they're mostly known for being used to make alcohol. Anyway. Not the best, not the worst. This is guaranteed 331 IVs. High speed is good. But having such low attack is not great. Nature is kind of meh. I can delay my route. Delay my Oldio encounter, I guess. Oops. Also, I should probably go ahead and level up for this fight. Level cap is what, 12 right now? Archimedes learned Mach Punch. You can run a special attack chimchar. Well, it does get Iron Fist eventually. Currently has Vital Spirit. I heard canon is that my chimchar wears glasses. That's interesting. Can I get the fishing rod bow? Exam. Even though I don't have Pokeballs yet. I'm guessing I'm going to want to scale attack eventually. If this run makes it long enough to get to the point where I'd want to do that. First rival battle. And so just Mach Punch. If I get the Pokemon that can swat whatever it gets hit. Gossifleur? Gossifleur definitely would have been nice in the last run. And it's a good Pokemon in general. Thank you for the bless. Hopefully I get some good encounters here. That's a good combo with Chimchar. And it's a good Pokemon in general. It moves so slow. Or at least the Tad for utility. Lotad I can potentially give Fake out, right? Depending on when I take my evolutions. Alright, so which encounters am I not delaying? I think just my Little Root encounter and my Route 101 encounter. I think Neon wants me to name my Route 101 encounter Neon again. Yeah, I guess you didn't end up dying, did you, Neon? As I played without you in my party. Okay, let's register this. Is my repellent on or no? Okay, it's currently on. I don't think that affects fishing now. Best case scenario, I get first get here. Worst case scenario, I get Vinny on. Okay, it's risk it this time. That's Intimidate. I was sorely missing that before. I guess I just fall. I got Tempo here last time. Alright. Let's get nickname. Otto. Or Onko. I guess depending on the origin. I believe Ota is the correct pronunciation. Oh, welcome, Jillian. Really? At least if you're Finnish, I believe that's the correct pronunciation. I only ever heard it pronounced like Otto. It's probably the Americanized pronunciation. Alright. This is... I think that's a good nature. Relatively average IVs. Somewhat high speed, very low defense. Nuzlocke, I'm a Pokemon Pro player. I'm not a professional. I'm a semi-professional Nuzlocker at best. And the Pokemon World Champion in your heart. I appreciate it. Alright. I think I want to get some more Pokeballs real quick. Add Snappy Shot Keeper. That's probably enough for the moment. You can probably just take my Route 101 encounter and then send it. Not send it, but start calculating battles. So I think... I'm not actually sure what I really should be hoping for here. I think the encounters here are all fairly middling. And Starly is probably the best. Bunnery is good. Skitty is not great. I mean, it gets fake out, but that's still... It's still not great. Let Leo, okay. Last time we got a Bunnelby here. I just go in the complete opposite direction. And I think Galarian Zigzagoon's a good encounter here. It's not staying in the ball. There we are. Alright, and you wanted this one called Subignon. Take no responsibility if you end up dying. Two Palm Matures in a row, that's interesting. Very high special defense, high special attack, average HP. Everything else is lacking. Alright. I think... Okay, Surskit evolves at 22. Then there's Leo. Evolves at 35. That seems so late for just a Pyroar. I may as well just level these up. I think. Sure, I'll go ahead and level them up. I don't think it's going to be worth delaying. Because level 12. Does a shiny give you max stats or is it kind of random? It just levels you up. There are no UVs in this game. Alright, time to export these, I guess. There's a different game file that's already saved. Yeah. They wiped the Lunatone. The stats are already determined. Yeah, stats are determined by level, base stats of the species, IVs, EVs, and nature. But since EVs aren't in this game, you don't have to worry about optimizing those. It's just whatever they have when you obtain them. Or if you need to, you can invest heart skills in maxing an IV or changing its nature. What's the cap in the first gym because you only remember using Masquerain in the second gym? You can get Masquerain for Brawly if you spend a road candy on it because it evolves at 22 and the level cap is at 21. Okay, so let's go ahead and the script. Copy and paste. And then I can go all the way back to the first trainer. I don't remember what Pokemon they have. I'm just spamming the previous trainer button. Okay, it's Soul with Poochyena. Anything on my team will outspeed and one-shot this. Anything except Slitleo, I guess. Surskit seems like the best lead here. And then I guess that beats Lillipep, which does have Sand Attack. But that's not a big deal because my entire box just 2-hit KOs it. And then there's Rookity, which I can just 2-hit KO. Thank you, Juge, for the bless. Let's just lead with Oatclaw. I should make sure my repellent is turned on. I don't accidentally take an encounter before I mean to. First to run, how dare you? Alright, and here's Fuchina. Bubble Beam to one shot. It goes for quick attack, that's fine. First two trainers in this game are kind of pushovers. Lollipop gets to Hikkyun. His sand attack will go ahead and switch. Into Archimedes, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Go ahead and Mach Punch. After 5 attempts, they'll be smooth automatically at the start. Ideally, I don't get to that point. Then there's Rickety, which I can just Ember. And it's sand attacks. Switch into Neon. Swagger. It's him switching again. Back into Archimedes. Wing attack, okay. I just finish it with another Ember. First trainer down. Am I really gonna take on the Metronome trainer with just these 3 Pokemon? I guess it's fine. Okay, next trainer, it's the bug one. And I have Auto for the Sizzlipede. I think I actually lead Neon. Am I doing encounters? The main reason is for the chance of getting compound eyes, which will improve my odds of getting gold items. And in the case of my Oldale encounter, I can basically Oldale generally has better encounters than Route 104 does. I may share an encounter in Sizzlipede, so it's technically optimal to delay it. Is Grubbin usually that color? I think so. It might be adjusted slightly just because it's a 2D sprite. This is the Pete I just switched. Yura. Oh, that did way too much damage. I'm actually in crit range. Let me switch to Archimedes, I guess. This Yon's already damaged. Do they need to switch out there? Do they think about it? No. That's actually a bad idea. Whatever. I can just scratch. If I use Leer first... I don't think that's worth it. I'm just gonna scratch. Watch me lose a Pokemon because I switched there. I would 100% reset if that happened, let's be honest. Okay. Yeah, switching there was really stupid, but never punished, I guess. They outsped in one shot. I had no reason to switch even if I was in crit range. Anyway, next trainer. It's with Skiddo. I guess I lead with Neon here. Wait, there we are. And that... probably just baits in Litleo. Which Surskit has a guaranteed OHKO on. Oh, welcome, Lidisman. How's it going? I've done better. I just lost my first attempt to Roxanne's Lunatone waking up, but started another attempt at this. How are you? I do get berries now. Yeah, the one turn wake up. I had no way of preventing that. I just had to hope I don't get the 1M tree. Yes, we'll end up some orange berries. Do for months of Pokemon, yeah, basically entirely Nuzlockes, but I do challenge runs of other games as well. Mosquito. With an Ember. There's a chance to Oko, but it's not guaranteed. Finish it off with another Ember. It should just be Vitleo, since I didn't take nearly enough damage to bait Psyduck. I don't think it was possible for me to take enough damage to bait Psyduck. And I just switched to Otho. Onixie with Bubble Beam. Building a community of small PokeTuber channels. If you want, you can email me about that, or message me on Twitter or something. In my chat probably isn't the best place to talk about it. I think L-Beam still does more, even though it's resisted. Most damage this can deal to me is 11, I think. As long as they stay above 11, I'm fine to stay in. And Psyduck gets Psychic Creep? No, it's not. It gets Psychic Moves. Looks like Witch Odds are starting in a few minutes. Okay, I'm still barely in range to stay in. Now I should switch out. I'm not sure that I can finish it off in one hit. Say, bring Beyond back in. I probably headbutt, right? Yeah. It's a guaranteed KO here. I heard this is a pretty hard ROM hack. Yeah, it's one of the most difficult ROM hacks. Some people say it's the hardest, but I think something like the original Crystal Kryzo might be harder. Yeah, and I think it's just the... You know, it's the Metronome Trainer. I guess I lead with Surskit because it does the most damage to the Swirlix. And then Mach Punch from Chimchar does a fair amount to Spinda. It also takes a big chunk from Fake Out. I actually beat better to switch into Neon. As my first Pokemon game? Sire Red. And ends are starting here, so I'm going to go ahead and take my break here and be back in a few minutes. Enter over. I am back. And I believe I am ready to do the luck check. As with this fight, there is actually just no way to guarantee you get through it deathless. It's just a matter of getting lucky. Or rather, not getting unlucky. because she just spams metronome. Good and bubble beam. That's what, berry juice? Yeah. He's using Furry Wind, which is good. Is metronome. Scald, that's fine. Did not burn. Wait, so are you trying to scam my chowders again? Relics is down. Was I speed tiding there, by the way? No, I wasn't. Oh, it has unburden. I see, that makes sense. So it is going to fake out this turn. I should just switch to Neon. Is the takeout? By the way, I'm pretty sure berry juice does not count as a berry for the purposes of unburden. Guess I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. I guess I go for headbutt flinches. Seems like my best option. Okay, that's one flinch. Activates berry juice. Which is confirmed not to count a second flinch. That is lucky. Lock on, that's shine. Nice meeting me. Hope I have a good stream. Thank you. Have a nice night. Or whatever time it is for you. And bye. Or beam. Okay. That shouldn't do too much. And then another headbutt should finish it off. Luck check complete. I can now go ahead and get my Route 104 encounter. I guess the question is, what do I want to lead with? Oh, we are Archimedes. A lot of Pokemon on this route do resist Mach Punch, but it might still do too much damage anyway. I can calculate it depending on what I encounter. Yeah, I guess I have to go through the catching tutorial first. Yeah, can my laptop not give me random notifications? Welcome back, thank you. I don't remember Blue having that emote. This next part, honestly, is not the most exciting. But I think the best Pokemon on this route on Route 104 is probably Scatterbug, which is what I got last time. It's a Protect-Mon, really strong against Brawly. Plus, Compound Eyes, Sleep Powders. Great for catching Pokemon and potentially getting you out of tricky situations. Worked for Brawly's Hitmontop, did not work for Roxanne's Lunatone, but he's been adding new ones lately. I see. My emotes are very cute. Either you did a great job. Speaking of which, I still need to mission more of those. I only got one more emote slot, but it's still something. Alright, let's just get this encounter. Scott, what do you want? Do you even serve a purpose in this game? I think the worst Pokemon here is maybe Ekans or Paris. And ideally we get Scatterbug. Yum is also good. So landed. That is interesting. If this is fast, this can be really good. Not sure how good it is early, but once it evolves, it can be really good. Okay, Salandrit. Level 5. I assume 0 IVs. Minus special defense nature. I can safely use Ember on it. Actually, these things minus defense. I should be safe to Mach Punch it twice. Scratch Smog Ember. Actually give this max special attack. Yeah, I should be safe to just Mach 100 twice. And so cute. Thank you. I got poison, that is unlucky. And I can switch out if I need to. And Venus I'll punch a third time based on its current HP. Okay, how much poison damage am I taking? Why? That critical hit smog can deal 6. As long as I'm above 10, I should be free to stay in. I also went the wrong direction in my bag. Pokeball! Shall we rally to make June the one you sang rating that ever? I have no idea what you're talking about. Alright, what nickname am I giving this? I'm pretty sure I had one of these last time. Europe. How is that pronounced? Boya? Okay, clearly that's not the right T. It's from Greek mythology, apparently. But this is the Latinized form. Anyway, now that I have my Route 104 encounter, I don't have a reason to delay the others. Getting a bug flying type kind of hurts, but... Wait. It's the best possible nature on this. Ivy's leave a bit to be desired. Average speed, 0 special attack. Low defenses, high HP. Can I name one of the Pokemon attached Juju? Not sure which one you would want me to name Juju. But again, I take the responsibility if you end up dying. What was at level 30? It will be bans. Yeah, I'm not doing that kind of Nuzlocke. I don't think I have the viewer base to do that. Especially considering the way that's typically done is you don't get unbanned until after I actually beat the Nuzlocke. I already... Yeah, I did. Oh, welcome, 7. Second Pokemon I catch from now? Not sure what order I want to do these in. I don't think it really matters. At 102... Okay, why is the tub not coming up? This place has grown quite a bit. I guess so, yeah. Wait, you're at 102. So here... You get a flying type or a psychic type. I do not have a compound-ized Pokemon. If I get a scammer Pokemon, I must name it Butterflies. I'm not sure what a scammer Pokemon would be. Wait. I guess I just lead with Archimedes again. Since I'm likely to encounter a fighting resist. Surely that is neutral to everything I have, I believe. So I doubt I can chip this thing without risking a knockout. Level 5. Yeah, I'm not safe to chip this down. I just chuck Pokeballs, I guess. I think Starly is good, isn't it? I got Rookedy here last attempt. You know, multiplying. As in my audience. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Staraptor is great, even in this game. Plus, I think it's Intimidate as early as Staravia. I can double check that. And Staravia is guaranteed Intimidate. This does not want to stay in the Pokeball though. Come on. There we are. Early is caught. Nickname shall be Damascus, apparently. that Greek or something? Ancient Greek Latinized. Interesting. There, it has bad IVs, a really good one. We shall see. Minus attack is rough. Yeah, not great IVs, I have to say. I don't think I've gotten a single Pokemon with good IVs yet. Or above average IVs, I should say. Unfortunate. Right, and do I... Yeah, I'm free to just hand me this without thinking about it. I'm at least my Route 103 encounter. Which I think is a guaranteed grass type. Let's go ahead and give this an orange berry. I guess he'll feed with Auto. Or potential chippage. I know my hiccups are coming. Wait, I never got my Old Dale encounter. And let's do 103 first. Doesn't really matter. C-Dot. I think that's one of the worst encounters here. In fact, I suspect that's the worst encounter here. Oh, no. It's level 3. So I know it can even... Yeah, even a bubble has a chance to OHKO. So lead ball. It doesn't matter because I'm not attacking it. Can you stay in the boat, please? I'd rather not waste these. It's already burned through, what, 16 of these? 17? And I got my hoops up there. I really hope I don't run out of these. This guy is obnoxious, true. There we are. T-Dot was caught. Acorn Pokemon. I guess I'm naming this one Juju. Thank you for the health check. 1 second. Health has been checked. Let's check out Juju real quick. Minus defense plus speed. Now this has some good IVs. It's about time. What did I have to eat today? I ended up just eating leftover pizza, to be honest. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what I'm gonna make. I'm definitely cooking something. I should go to the store first, though. Yeah, what was I doing? Right, Pokédex. T-Dot. Bulb's at level 14. Is Chlorophyll or Early Bird? I think mine was Early Bird. I think that's the worst ability, unfortunately. Yes, we kind of need to bubble this up to kind of evolve. I feel like it was in that relatively recently. The thing I cooked was I made burritos. Alright, and then probably buy more Pokeballs. And this is... yeah, this is Early Bird. Got Nature Power. I think it's... I don't know. Is Nature Power something I can chip with? Probably not. Probably better to chip with the Fire type. This is a guaranteed Fire type, I think. Growlithe. Growlithe is definitely the best encounter here. Bandit is a duplicate. So is Litleo. It actually improves my odds of getting a Growlithe quite a bit. I Ponyta, Growlithe, Houndour, Fletchlings is the Pede. Fletchling is also very good. I guess the question is... who is my best shipper? Looks like Archimedes. And the encounter is Ponyta. Alright. And it's a fast fire type. That's about it. Wait, what am I looking for? Damage calculator. Ponyta. Level 3. I assume minimum special bulk. Ember still has a chance to OHKO. Guess I'm not shipping it. I forgot to buy more balls, didn't I? Did they at least make Ponyta evolve earlier in this game? One ball, nice. Yes, they did. And I can just check this. That was at 26, that's way earlier. Okay, what am I naming this? Oopsie? There's no way I'm pronouncing that right. It's from Chinese mythology. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to pronounce that. Probably Fushi or something like that. Alright, time for the IV check. Bad nature again. Bad IVs again. Oh well. Time to... And first of all, can I go ahead and just level this up? No reason not to. Or is there? I don't have 4 fire types. That's what I get for making a fire starter. Hang on. There we are. Welcome, little Chirkwing. I just missed my turtle run. I didn't level and yeah, why am I getting spammed with Discord messages? I blame traits. I didn't turn the recon back on. I should probably buy more Pokeballs while I'm thinking about it. If you're looking for a stream of good Pokemon game and found me, well, if you consider Pokemon Run and Bun a good Pokemon game, then I guess you have come to the right place. Okay, let's go ahead and explore it. All my caught Pokemon. Paste them into the calculator. They're all imported. Next trainer. Is Krabby. Apparently nature powers a 3-hit KO on this. Nature we got reincarnated. Probably a different one. You've heard of the ROM hack but haven't played it yet? Well, if you enjoy making Pokemon as agonizingly difficult as possible, then I'd recommend it. Let's speed this, which means I don't have to worry about stomp flinches. I do think I'm at risk of crits here, though. But now that I think about it, you know what? Seems risky going for Bide. It also seems really stupid. It seems to be my best option here. Especially considering all my fire types. But anyway, that... This Yanma is actually really slow before it starts speed boosting because of the Iron Ball. But anyway... Once I... The problem is, if I take 2 crit stomps, then I'm at in range of Aqua Jet. And once I hit it with 2 nature powers, it's going to Aqua Jet. I think I need something to finish it off once I nature power twice. Usually your psychic type of play or physic. Is that supposed to be psychic or physical? Type of player you make your mons. based on their moves rather than stats. Well, you kind of need to consider basically everything if you're going to be Nuzlocking this game. So if I am put in Aqua Jet range from 2 stomps, and what can I switch to? Probably something that's not weak to Aqua Jet for one thing. Nature Power does a minimum of 10 damage. If I hit it twice, activate Oranberry, that puts it at 17. I think I need to take this out with 2 Pokemon, not just 1. Switch to Surskit. And an Aqua Jet. Probably. Seems like my better option. Well, maybe not. I'm already starting to miss Turtle. Isn't it Earth Power? I mean Nature Power? It's probably Earth Power, since this is on the beach. Remember, Nature Power on sand is Earth Power, not Tri-Tuck. Yeah, it is probably Earth Power. I can double check that though. The calculator, I think, probably accounts for that. I can double check that. This is based on Gen 8. In Gen 8 on sand, it changes to Earth Power. And Earth Power... Wait, this actually does more than what it says. Let me double check that this is in fact on sand. It's possible that it was calculating based on it running into Tri-Tuck there. Yeah, that's on sand. A calc stating Tri-Tuck? Is it? Oh yeah, it is. I did not catch that. That actually helps here, I think. Slightly. Because that's minimum damage of 11, not 10. Which does mean Bubble Beam is guaranteed to hit KO. After a switch. Let me go ahead and close that. Crit Aqua Jet into Crit Stomp. Hang on, I should also be considering the fact that I have Orange Berry. Ready to... I'm actually never dead to double stomp into Aqua Jet, assuming I have Orange Berry. Is that would leave me at least 5 HP. It's good to know. So, Mud Shot could potentially complicate things because that lowers speed, doesn't it? Which means it could have it could be encouraged to use it. Yeah, that does lower speed. And if I do get my speed dropped, then Mud Shot could do... Or then... I could potentially get flinched by Stomp. A Stomp does have a flinch chance, right? Yeah, 30% flinch chance. With a 30% flinch chance, if I get speed dropped, then I'm going to need to pivot. Which I guess I have. Yeah, that doesn't seem good. I should not be having this much trouble with this fight. It's just because I have so many fire types. Let me look at the other Pokemon here. Shirley can survive 2 Sonic Booms with an Orange Berry. And 2 hit Q with Aerial Ace. But after she's speed boosts, gets that sped. An Aerial Ace into Quick Attack is not a guarantee to hit KO. Which means I need 2 Pokemon to deal with this Yanma. Also probably better if I use a fire type on it. Now that I think about this more. These all just 2 hit KO. Yeah. And they should all survive 2 Sonic Booms after Orange Berry. As long as I bring 2 fire types, I can take out the Yanma, which leaves Clobbopus. And my best answer to the Clobbopus should be Starly. just comes back to who's the best Pokemon to deal with Krabby along with C-Dot in case I get outspun. Or in case I get speed dropped. Yeah, Earth Power, then if worst case scenario starts to get a quick attack, that's not gonna be enough damage. Because just one Earth Power does 40% minimum. Which, again, only... After only one Earth Power, if it goes for Mud Shot, then I'm going to need to switch immediately after that. I think Surskit's going to be my only real option there. Everything else takes too much from Aqua Jet. Slanded's probably what I have to leave behind. That much is pretty clear. Looks like ads are starting again in a few minutes. It shakes out Thornberry. Guild. Oranberry. Here. Put Juju in front. Amethyst in the back. I'm going to need to give another Oranberry to Sushi. Why is it displaying the Oranberry and yours doesn't? You have to select move items at your box if you want to see the held items like that. Okay, so the question is... which fire type is going to be best to deal with Krabby? I don't know. Seems like Neon takes the least amount of damage from Stomp. And from Aqua Jet. Probably Neon. But again, they're interchangeable for the purposes of taking down Yanma. Alright, guess this is the team I'm using. And break is about to start, so we'll go ahead and take my break here. And when I come back, I'll start this fight. Alright, I'm back. Let's go ahead and jump straight into this battle, I guess. Ideally, this Krabby just doesn't use Mudshot. It'd make things very simple. Nature power turned into Earth power. Is minimum 40%. And there's Mudshot. Now the question is... do I pivot? I think... I kind of... need to... now that I'm slower, it should never use Mudshot. It should be guaranteed Stomp. So I guess I can... switch into Litleo. Let me check something about the AI really quick. Would be under speed reducing moves. If this is the highest damaging move, none of this matters. So it always has a chance of using it unless it sees a kill. Or the speed drop doesn't matter. But even if it's slower and will still be slower after a speed drop, it still has a chance of using it, unfortunately. Which is what I was concerned about. I think I just go ahead and switch to Neon here. Wait, that should be fine, right? Switch to Neon on the guaranteed Stomp. And this is... how much damage can Aqua Jet do? 30 at most. I believe this is like 60% chance to Aqua Jet. And a 40% chance to Mudshot. Okay, it just uses Mudshot again. I get another chance here. Because Neon should always survive a Stomp. And this is guaranteed a Stomp. Welcome back, thank you. Sorry, I was kind of focusing on the battle. Okay, and... darn, once again... it's not guaranteed to Aqua Jet. I need to switch back. Aqua Jet, nice. I need your power again. There's the Oranberry. It's just going for a stomp now. Which means I don't have to worry about flinches right now. I can just go out of nature power again. There's some mud shot. My speed is dropped. And now its HP is in the red. It's taken 3 nature powers. 33 damage. So it only has like 4 HP at most. I shouldn't be fine to switch to Surskit. It should never mud shot here. It should always be Stomp. Is there a better way of doing this? I don't think it matters. I can just switch to Surskit, take it out with Bubble Beam or whatever. Guaranteed to Aqua Jet tier. And this is definitely the better way of doing this. Aqua Jet deals at most 11 damage. Empty the Bubble Beam. In comes Yama, which is a random move between Sonic Boom and Acrobatics. Which is fine, I think. Okay, switch to Ponyta here. Acrobatics, that's fine. Now I believe I just Ember. And a +2 speed. Wait. This thing's only a +2, right? So I switched into it. That's +1. East Amber, that's +2. I should be free to just Ember here. if I just switch to Chimchar and then Ember, it just dies, but... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's at +2 and I can stay in, but I don't want to risk that it's actually +3. If it's at +3, then I am throwing if I stay in. Okay, now I just Ember. Gamma goes down. It just leaves Club up to this. Switch into Damascus. Okay, that is really unlucky. Really unlucky. -1 defense. -19 HP. A crit rock smash will kill me. I don't think I have a safe switch now. Oh well. Okay, it goes for bind. I can just knock it out with Aurelius now. After it detect, I guess. Potentially 2 detects. I should not die to wrap damage. The crit had me worried there, but I off. Decided to go for bind instead of another rock smash. -5 orange berries. I don't think it matters. Okay. Time for the choice band bounce Magikarp. Do I have cherry berries? No. I just have Oran and Pekka. Having Vivian helps so much with this. I think I don't know, do I go for stomp flinches? Or do I go for headbutts here? I think I use both, just in case. And this other one... I have... It's still on the beach. Grant you to a K with seed on. problem is flail. If I say crit this with earth power. Oh wait, that's showing flail damage when it's already at low HP. I don't know, that's still not great. I do have a fairly strong quick attack from Starly. I think I'm going to need that. Probably gonna need Surskip. Hang on, is Smog a guaranteed poison move? Or is it just a random chance? It's just a random chance. Unless they changed it in this game. Which I guess is possible. Yeah, Smog is changed to be a guaranteed poison in this game. Only 90% accurate though. Really? Man, I'm looking at the wrong Pokemon. Hang on. I don't even have... my, it's landed in my party right now. Yeah, Smog is only 90% accurate. Okay, so... I guess the question is... which of my fire types is better here? And if I ignore Smog with its lowered accuracy, then I guess who would beat Archimedes? I guess I'm just using the same team again. Icon berries aren't going to be any use here. So... I think I have a general idea of what I'm doing. Question is, do I lead with Ponyta or Litleo? I think leading with Ponychan makes more sense. Because I can just switch on a bounce on a flying up the beer turn. I believe it's this fisherman here. Alright. Please flinch. Now flinch. On this turn. I'm not sure whether one of these moves can hit something in bounds. It's something I can check. I'm guessing not, but... Laser is able to be it by Gust, Twister, Thunder, and Sky Uppercut. Doesn't matter what I use here. That's so you don't get paralyzed. You not get paralyzed. Nice, got the flinch. Got another flinch, okay. One Magikarp is down. And this one, I believe, is just going to Hydro Pump. They can switch to Juju. It's a Hydro Pump, it missed, that's nice. Red and Nature Power. Wait, that's perfect. I think it did minimum damage there. Or looks like it did. Now this should just knock it out. I have to worry about Slail doing a bunch of damage. Yep. Went pretty well. And it got Wookiee during that fight. But yeah, and I can get a Red skill here, right? Red skill obtained. And now... it's this trainer, okay. Annoying thing about this trainer is she has a lot of Q-Charm Pokemon. And a lot of Attract and Thunder Wave. So she just... hits you with RNG status conditions. Mach Punch doesn't do all that much here, despite being super effective. My highest damage looks like Aerial Ace, actually. Or Bubble Beam. Wait, why wasn't Mach Punch doing that much before? It is doing more now. I think Bubble Beam is still better. If I consider the other Pokemon she has... Surskate's probably my best Fan P counter, for sure. As for Jigglypuff... I think fire types are probably my best bet. Magda's a watcher, but again I can miss. And I am not a fan of gambling. Looks like Neon's my best bet against Jigglypuff. Bonito's also pretty good against Jigglypuff. Against Fan P... I don't know, it just has Stomp and Attract. All my attacks do neutral damage. Oh wait, I have Nature Power. Where is this fight? Hang on, first I want to... And I don't really have... Neither of these are very good against Minccino. Neither one is very good against Jigglypuff either. I think... Salandit might be better than Starly here. Doesn't deal as much damage, but also doesn't take as much. Alright, let me go ahead and take Salandit. And take the Orange Berry back. I want to lead with Archimedes. And this fight is... And I actually have access to cherry berries now. They might help here. Okay, so what terrain does this count as for the sake of nature power? And it... This is... maybe field? Which would change it to energy ball. Which would be very good for Fanpy. It's also stab, which is pretty good in general. Okay, so... I guess the question is, do I... want cherry berries on my Pokemon? Honestly, probably. Probably not for my Fanpy counters. It should help negate at least some of the RNG of this fight. I don't think I did that right. Hang on. A cherry berry here. Orange berry here. There we are. As I trigger the battle here, that should be energy ball nature power. Hopefully, I don't get too unlucky here. One punch. Thunder wave. Cherry berry. Things are going fine so far. Lock punch again. Get a crit. Activate Oranberry. A swift. Take a chunk of damage. I am not in crit range. I'll go ahead and Mach Punch again. Thunder waves. As long as I don't get full crit here. Nice. And she knows down. Jigglypuff comes in next. Jigglypuff will either go for round or attract. I'm safe to stay in. I believe Ember is highest damage here. Attract is annoying. Going to try that again. May as well stay in as long as I can because I'm not going to be able to switch back in. Unfortunate. Definitely need to switch now. It should never use Attract. It should never use Draining Kiss. It should never use Thunder Wave, so this is guaranteed round. I guess I switch into Neon here. No crits. I should be safe to Ember. I could go for Headbutt Flinches, but that puts me at risk of Q Charm. So just Ember. Missed, nice. Ember again. Thunder Wave. Victory's Cherry Berry. Ember again. And there's the Thunder Wave. May as well stay in and Ember. Hope I'm actually able to use it. Mian is now infatuated. Okay. It just leaves the Fanpy. I'm not infatuated with Fanpy, so I think I can just stay in. Comp does 15 at most. I'll go ahead and Ember again. Critical hit. Still safe to stay in. There's Attract. No, we'll never use Attract on the Switch. So I think it's better if I just switch here. It's guaranteed to stomp. Although I am worried about flinches and crits. I'm just gonna stand. Okay, now I have to switch. Don't you... Otto, I think? No. switch into you first. Otto can finish Fanpy as long as he's low enough HP. Up for nature power. Please don't get flinched. Unfortunate. I should still be safe. And that does 15 damage at most. Good for nature power again. Unfortunate. Good for nature power again. There we are. It does turn into energy ball. Is Oranberry. I'm still safe to stay in. Unfortunate. Now I need to switch. I think I'm safe to just switch to Ocho and Bubble Beam now though. So they outspeed. It should be guaranteed to stomp, I think. Because I am infatuated currently. They go in, take a stomp, and Bubble Beam is a guaranteed KO from there. Right, and that is one last trainer down before the first boss. Which I don't think I have time for. I can't really stay up too late. I am going to have a busy day tomorrow. Especially since I am planning on streaming. Alright, well no... Hang on. First let me take the items off. There we are. Save. And I guess I will... Let Crystal in trade. A few people I could drain. I could go ahead and raid Eos. Alright, well, if you're watching on YouTube and would like to join the raid, feel free to switch over to Twitch. Next stream, as I said, should be tomorrow. I am planning on streaming more Dungeon Defenders, continuing my Series EV Iron Man. Next week I'm probably just going to stream over the weekend. I don't think I'm going to be streaming next Thursday. Kind of disappointing that I wiped to Roxanne. But sometimes you just do what you can, and it doesn't work out. And anyway, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.